We are now going to begin part 7, the final part in our character creation tutorial, which is our texturing. To begin texturing, we are going to start by creating a new image that our textures are going to be placed on. The size of our texture should be a perfect square to fit into our UV space, and we're just going to create 2048 by 2048 so that it's fairly high resolution and enough for the amount of detail that we require, but not too large of a file size. And I'm just going to name this character textures. We're going to be using our texture painting tab, which is we can access in the top. But first, before we're able to see the textures on our character, we have to open up our character texture sheet, and it still seems like the black texture is not visible and not being applied to our character. This is because we have to go into the shading tab and add in an image texture. And to this image texture, we're just going to assign our character textures and attach it to our character's material slot. Now, when we paint onto our texture sheet, those colors are applied onto our model. For adding the color to our character, we are just going to select on the object we want to add texture to. Go to edit mode, make sure everything's selected. Now into texture paint, and we're going to make sure that we have this paint mask selected so that when we set a color, it will select all of the faces to paint onto that we have selected. So I'm just going to, in our gradient or in our color that we have with the fill bucket, going to use the color picker to get this red color. And if we just click on the robe, it will assign that color to the faces that we have selected for the robe. I'm just going to repeat this process for the rest of our objects. Once we have added all of our base colors to the character, we can just go in and turn up the roughness. Because this is a stylized character, we want the roughness to be pretty high so that it's more of just a block color on our character and it fits in with the very flat, cartoony looking style. Now that we have laid out all of our colors onto our character's texture sheet, our character is now complete, and that concludes this tutorial. I hope that you have enjoyed working on this character with me and that you learned something new to help you in your own character creation workflow.